CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. So whether you're waiting for a discount on NBA 2K26 or you simply just do not plan to purchase the latest version of NBA 2K, no need to fear because there is a way to play with the 2025-2026 NBA regular season rosters on NBA 2K25. And I'm not just talking about playing now offline, I'm also talking about playing MyNBA starting in the fall of 2025. Now just to be clear, this tutorial is for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC users. This is not a tutorial for PS4 and Xbox One. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. From the main menu, go ahead and click on Play Now, and then select Quick Play. From there, you'll be brought to the team selection menu. Now, in order to load in the 2025-2026 NBA season rosters, go ahead and click in your left stick. You should see this roster picker selection screen. From there, go ahead and select user created roster. Now, there's many different creators that have put together a 2025-2026 roster, but I have 3 in particular that I recommend you check out. The first of which is by Chevrolet 98. You can see at the time of recording this video, he is second on this list of rosters that are hot on the 2K share, and the roster name is Updated 26 Roster Plus Historic Fix. Now, supposedly this roster includes player ratings from Community Day that were brought in by Danny2K, who is another NBA 2K content creator. However, since I myself was not at Community Day, I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not these Community Day ratings are actually legitimate. That being said, if we go ahead and select that roster, I do think these ratings are pretty fair regardless whether or not they did actually come from Community Day for NBA 2K26. For example, Bradley Beal only being an 80 overall I think is very fair given his performance in real life in recent seasons. Same with DeAndre Ayton, he has fallen off a little bit and he is a 79 overall, although I do expect throughout the upcoming season that Ayton will get a generous upgrade in his ratings. Klay Thompson down to a 79 overall, not really too surprised there. And something else I look for on these play now offline rosters is that the jersey numbers match. So for example here, Kevin Durant is a new member of the Houston Rockets and he is indeed going to be wearing number 7 in real life, and it appears that Chevrolet 98 made sure to make that possible by giving Kevin Durant that number 7 jersey. Now the next roster I recommend you check out is by none other than mrjoelseph. We've also shouted him out on the channel multiple times before. As you can see in his latest update for the 24-25 NBA season rosters, he did update these to be for NBA 2K26. And during the first day of early access coming this Friday on August 29th, 2025, he will be making another update to these rosters based on the ratings in NBA 2K26. And as you can see, going through the different teams, he has added the rookies in. We see Cooper Flagg on the Dallas Mavericks. And we also see Kevin Durant wearing the number 7 jersey number on the Houston Rockets. You will notice that some of the player ratings are a little bit different than what we saw on the previous roster. For example, Bradley Beal is being shown as an 83 overall, John Collins as an 84 overall, James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are both an overall point higher than the previous roster we went over. That being said, again, mrjoelseph has indicated that he plans to update these rosters once NBA 2K26 releases, and we get to see the ratings for ourselves outside of the Community Day event. Now the third roster I recommend you check out if you don't prefer the first 2 that I've shown you. From this 2K share list of rosters, go ahead and click triangle on the PlayStation 5 or Y on the Xbox Series X and S, and then search by online ID. You're going to want to type in Ty Knowles 14, spelled TYNOLES14. As you can see, he's got a couple different rosters here, with the one at the top being the most realistic gameplay 2K26. Now, Ty Knowles also has a YouTube channel, which I'll link in the description. I've also shouted him out on this channel in the past for other rosters that he has put together. However, you can see in the description of this roster, he has not updated it since July 17th. And when we go over to the Houston Rockets team, you can see that Kevin Durant is not wearing the appropriate jersey number. Now, that doesn't mean that the ratings on this roster are bad by any means, but it's just something I want to make you guys aware of in case you really care about having the realism in your game. I know for some people the small details matter, and for others it doesn't really matter so much as long as the game plays well. So those are the 3 rosters that I recommend in Play Now Offline if you're looking for an NBA 2K26 roster in NBA 2K25. Now, as for MyNBA, starting from the main menu once again, go ahead and click on MyNBA Eras. And then instead of selecting MyNBA, scroll down to the bottom of the list and select 2K Share. And then go down one and select MyNBA 2K Share Scenarios. Go ahead and create a new save slot, and then once again, click triangle on the PlayStation 5 or Y on the Xbox Series X or S. Search by online ID, and then you'll want to type in mrjoelseph. Now, mrjoelseph has made quite a few different MyNBA scenario files, but the one I suggest clicking on is the Start Today mrjoelseph roster in brackets for the 2025 off-season file. Now, this actually isn't going to take you to the fall of 2025, but rather before the beginning of the off-season in 2025. So I'm talking right after Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the Thunder beat the Pacers. Now this means you're going to redo the draft lottery, which means the Mavs might not get the number 1 pick. Kevin Durant might stay on the Phoenix Suns. I mean, at this point, we're rewriting history. And for those of you that have played MyNBA, you know that this is an option when you start a new MyNBA file, that you can start at the beginning of the offseason before the current season that the game has released for. So this MyNBA scenario file by mrjoelseph gives you that opportunity, the same as what exists in NBA 2K26. Now, going back to the 2K Share Scenarios list, the next one I want you to search for is, instead of searching by online ID, this time search by content name, and then search by crushables. You're going to see a scenario file at the top of the list here by a user named Bumayo, and the scenario file is titled Crushable Start Today. Now, unlike the previous scenario file we discussed, this one does start at the end of free agency and entering into preseason for the 2025-2026 NBA season. And for this MyNBA scenario file, I do want to give a shout out to another YouTuber. The one that created this file is, of course, Crushables. He makes NBA 2K rebuild videos for MyNBA, so if that's something you're interested in, I recommend going to check him out for that. But anyways, as you can see, looking through the rosters, again, players have their correct jersey numbers. Kevin Durant wearing the number 7. Cooper Flagg is on the Mavs and wearing the jersey number 32. Player injuries are also up to date. We see Kyrie Irving is out for the season with a torn ACL. Tatum out with a torn Achilles. Tyrese Halliburton also out with a torn Achilles. And Damian Lillard out with a torn Achilles. Now, of course, with these MyNBA scenario files, if you prefer a certain quarter length or if you prefer a simulation occur in a certain way, do be sure to go ahead and go to the MyNBA pause menu, go down to Options, go to Settings, and then go through the different settings submenus to be able to set up your MyNBA as you wish. For example, if you'd rather play on 12-minute quarters instead of 6-minute quarters, you can go ahead and change that. If you want to play on a different difficulty, and so on and so forth. And in order to select a specific team to play through this MyNBA journey, you're going to want to click circle on the PlayStation 5 or B on the Xbox Series X or S, again, to bring up that MyNBA pause menu. Click on Options, click on Settings, and then scroll down and click on Team Selection. To deselect all the teams, click triangle on the PlayStation 5 or Y on the Xbox Series X or S, and then select the team you wish to control for your MyNBA journey. In this example, I'll go ahead and select the Dallas Mavericks. Then go ahead and click the Options button or Start button on the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or S to proceed. Are you sure you want to make these changes? Go ahead and select yes. And now you only have control over the Dallas Mavericks and not the rest of the teams in the MyNBA league. Now, of course, MyNBA has plenty of other customization settings that you can choose to adjust as you see fit. I'm not going to cover all of those in this video. I just figured I'd make you guys aware of some of the different rosters and different MyNBA scenario files that you can go ahead and use if you're not looking to purchase NBA 2K26 right away, but still want to use the latest rosters playing on NBA 2K25. Now, I should also specify, for my career, you cannot use custom rosters, unfortunately. You can only use the official 2K Sports rosters when playing the My Career mode. Same with my team, there's not going to be any more new player cards, new roster updates at all on that mode. Play Now Offline and MyNBA are the only two modes that you're going to be able to use these custom 2K26 rosters in NBA 2K25. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below, and click one of the videos on your screen now for another NBA 2K26 tutorial.